Hi Scorpio, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for June 2024. It is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this one doesn't resonate, definitely check out those other placements. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone who watches. I'm going to move the camera just a bit. It probably looks a little off. So, all right, let's keep going. So we are going to get into your current energy, the near future, what you don't see coming, and then what Spirit wants you to focus on this month. We're going to clarify that and get some oracle cards. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you guys for all of your support. If you're new, welcome. I do hope if you enjoy the messages, you'll consider subscribing. And if you would like a personal reading, that information's in the description box below or the About section of my channel. All right, so let's get your astrology card and see what the theme is. All right, so this month, your theme is water, okay? Lots of emotion. Spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. So God knows what that can mean. You're already a water sign, clearly. But this could be just a deeper dive. You could find yourself kind of, not in a bad way, but going down a rabbit hole of your spirituality, maybe connecting more than you already probably do. And just feeling the emotions a little bit stronger than other months. It doesn't mean, like, I always want to preface things with, it doesn't mean it's going to be something bad. When we think of being emotional, it could be good emotional, but you're just going to be more connected, I think, to yourself and your spiritual side. So pay attention to your intuition. If it's heightened in a certain month, that means there's things that are going to be coming in that you need to pay more attention to. All right, so let's go ahead and get into tarot and we'll see what else we get here. Excuse me. All right, so the overall energy, we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So if there has been some things happening around money, or you've just felt like things haven't been working out, it doesn't have to necessarily mean that things are bad. It could be that challenges have been there. This could be the month where you start getting connected to the things that are not connected to your money. Going on walks, doing things that don't cost money, or just separating yourself. This is such a deep subject. I'm going to do my best to explain what I'm picking up on. Money is necessary. We know that, right? It's an energy like anything else. When we put too much emphasis on it, it can really create a lot of ups and downs. When you're really spiritually connected, not saying that you're not going to have fears or you're not going to be in a place where you get frustrated or the things that you normally feel if things aren't as stable as you'd like them to be. When we start to disconnect and we get really into the spiritual side, we just trust. We just know, even if it's not the perfect picture, we can still be okay with the circumstances. So if you've had challenges in that area, you may find yourself kind of disconnecting from thinking about it. It's just not seemingly the most important thing in your life this month. All right, so the current energy, we have the Page of Cups. All right, so there's some energy that might be around you that could be offering up a connection. I don't know if you're going to like this, though. Let's keep going. I want to see what this is. All right, so we've got the King of Wands. There's an offer. Could be from a fire sign. Doesn't have to be male or female. Doesn't matter. But I'm not sure that you feel tremendously connected to this person. They may be more attracted to you than you are to them. So you may want to take a step back because you're not sure. If you're in a relationship and this isn't something that makes sense to you, it can have a completely different meaning. It may be that your person is wanting to apologize, but at the same time, they also, it's an imbalance of energy. It's like they offer an apology, but they also stand their ground and they can be a little bit fiery in their energy, or they could be a fire sign in general, Leo, Sag, or Aries. But something about this just doesn't feel quite right. So just be prepared. This could be something that's happening with you right now. I just feel like there's someone around you that's kind of stubborn or stands their ground a lot. And it's because they're kind of spicy, right? All right. Or there's something going on in their life. And maybe a part of them needs a little bit of emotional support and you're having to kind of dig into your spiritual side to deal with this energy. And you may understand it. The other person may not. Okay, so in the near future, we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, some of you are going to be cutting off a connection in the future. This could be connected to somebody that was or is a love relationship. You may just decide, I need to take a step back. I need to cut off communication. Could have been a past one. Could be somebody that was currently in your life and things just seem to be kind of off balance. And you're deciding to take a step back. Let's see what's going on here. Ooh, okay. There's some hurt and pain connected to this situation. Obviously, the Ten of Swords is being done with something. So if you've been pondering for a while about this, you may have to go deep within this month, because it looks like for some of you, whether it's happened right now or the energy of it is still connected to you, whatever it is, it feels like something's coming to an end, or you're going to decide that you need to, probably because you know that it's going to be the best thing for you in your spiritual path, your emotional well-being, all of those things that are connected to that water card that we got. Let's see what you don't see coming. The Queen of Cups. Okay, take care of yourself. That's what that is about. It's like you can love other people and put all your energy into others and nurture people, but you've got to take care of you first. So when you look back at the situation, you can see where you've offered up a lot of love and nurturing and support, but putting yourself first is going to be a priority. And maybe you haven't done that for quite some time, and it may have taken letting this situation go from your life in order for you to be able to fully focus on you. Yeah, so Spirit, when Judgment comes out in reverse, it tells me that like there's already been a decision made. And when I say that, yes, we take credit for our human decisions. A lot of times this is something that's on your path. Whether you're comfortable with that or not, there is a decision that's been made. Like when it's meant to end, it's meant to end. And sometimes we don't have control over that. It just has to. Ace of Cups in reverse. For some of you, it's because there's just a loss of love in the connection and you can't restore something that was. When something needs to see its end, it just does. All right. I know it sounds kind of depressing. It doesn't, again, it's not that everything's going to be bad. I think for most of you, you could be feeling like this has been brewing for some time, or maybe even questioning yourself whether you should or shouldn't remove yourself from the situation. Let's see what Spirit's wanting you to focus on. Your strength. Okay. Maybe you don't feel like you have the strength to let it go completely, and you're still going back and forth about it. But Spirit's like, you know, if you have to take your time, take your time. You have to make these choices for yourself. It feels like you're going to be going back and forth about it. And then the Page of Swords. Okay. The advice typically for me when the Page of Swords is in reverse, it's not focusing on what other people are doing. Because if it is connected to social media, which a lot of times it can be as a card, it's just been picked as the one that could be connected to that. People watching you or you watching other people. You could have to remove yourself from a situation or circumstances, platforms, where you see what's going on in other people's lives, or cut off communication with those that want to talk about things that might be happening with someone. I keep hearing something about somebody else's opinion. So it may be tough. And right now you're feeling like this is not an easy decision. It takes a lot of strength to have to go through these. When something has to end, it sucks. It's not fun. But Spirit's wanting you to focus on the pros and cons of something and go back and remember how it felt when you really decided that you were either done or wanting to be done with it, because the primary focus is going to be on you. I know that sounds very simple and maybe not the greatest message in the world, but if you know this is where you are and you have to make this choice, it could just be that you need the confirmation that you're making the right decision. All right, so what's the challenge? The Knight of Cups moving forward. Sometimes we have a hard time after so many difficult relationships, even thinking that there could be something positive in the future. I think you're moving towards those more positive things. Your energy feels like it's going to get a lot lighter. Oh, God, I feel like I swallowed a bug. Hold on one sec. Do I think you're going to be moving towards that? Yes. Do I think it's going to be hard for you to turn your back on a situation? Absolutely. Let's keep going and see what else is going to come out, because this is very kind of to the point and not a lot of energy other than that specific message. I'm sure there's more that's going on with you in June than just this one decision, or it may just be that this is the primary focus of the month because you need to work through it. Let's see. 10 of Pentacles in reverse, strength. Okay, so they're telling you, even though here they want you to focus on regaining your strength, there's kind of a, hey, you've got the strength. You know you can do this. Like you've been through so much, or you've been through many things before, and you're going to have the strength to get through this as well. Wow. 10 of Swords. I mean, they really want to get a point across in this reading. That's twice for the 10 of Swords. And then we have the 9 of Cups. If something is not fulfilling you, that's the thing that's important. Just because we love somebody or we've had good experiences with them, when things start to go left or they're meant to leave our lives, it will literally make us so uncomfortable or so unhappy. And we have to recognize that it's not fulfilling us anymore because there's something else that we're meant to experience that we know. We just know at that point that we have to make a decision. So the Page of Cups with the Sun in reverse, that's unhappiness. Listen, yes, you've lost faith. Maybe you've lost faith in the person. Maybe you've lost faith in the situation. And there's a reason for that, because there is something else that's coming in for you. Not that you need to think about that right now. You're going to be much better off. So twice now you're getting cards. Strength, 1 up, 1 in reverse. And there we have the reverse and then the upright. There's something about focusing on your money this month or focusing on what you want to create. And it could be that this person's energy happens to be standing in the way, or maybe caused a problem, or there's something around money that could be connected to them. But there's some benefit for you. And yes, a person may need to be moved out of the way in order for your energy to be opened up for this to come in. And I feel like Spirit just makes things happen that way. So there is good news around that. It looks like finances are going to be looking up. You could have lost hope. Maybe there hasn't been a lot coming in that made you feel like there could be any growth or possibilities in your financial situation. And then somebody comes in and all of a sudden there's some kind of an offer. It may be a small one, but it may be something that kicks things off. And you're having to resolve this energy in order for this to work itself out in the month of June. All right, so the Knight of Swords with the Lovers in reverse. Knight of Swords again. I mean, boy, they wouldn't have drilled this point in. I'm going to keep going. And the Queen of Cups in reverse, because as long as this energy exists in your life, you're incapable, in reverse, of focusing primarily on you. There are just people out there in our experiences that are teaching us how to truly put ourselves first. And if someone is draining your energy around you, the only way that you're going to be able to fully disconnect is to cut off communication, which might be hard. It's really hard when you love people. Nobody wants to hurt or be in pain. But if something's draining you and it's stopping something else from coming in, or there's just purpose in needing this to end so that something else can show up in your experience, then that's what they're going to do. All right, so focusing on you and that this decision being made. It's like there are no ands, ifs, or buts about it. You're going to be put in a position. This could also be around mother energy as well. And then the Page of Cups. I mean, this has happened 4 times where you've had dual cards. Doesn't happen often. Page of Cups in reverse. I think, again, also, you're going to refuse maybe even other offers because of your primary focus. Some of you, this could be around a mother energy. For others of you, if you need to focus on your mom. For others of you, it's about taking care of you, or both. So Judgment in reverse with the Ace of Cups. There's the 9 of Swords. So you've had the 10 of Swords twice and the 9 of Swords. Could it be a little bit stressful? Sure. Could something pop up, or this person's energy stress you out a little bit? Yeah, and I say the person meaning the mother energy. Sometimes our moms stress us out. All right, let's keep going. Now, Strength in reverse with the 2 of Pentacles. Tough decision. King of Wands in reverse. I don't want to cuss because I don't know what they do anymore with the videos. There's been so many things. My point is, you don't want to be a jerk or an a-hole. You just kind of, you don't have the strength to even do that. It's like you just don't want to put any more energy into something, and it's really hard to make a choice about whether to cut this person out. Let's see what they have next. Hold on. Okay, the 6 of Swords. In reverse is an indication that it's not easy to get to the other side of all the things that you think and feel around it. Get that? But they want you to focus on getting to that place. So if you're still feeling like you're never going to get on the other side of it and it's still weighing on you, you will. it's going to take a little bit of time, because this is hope. Even though it's in the challenge, it's hope that eventually you're going to turn your back on this situation, just like you have other situations, excuse me, in your life and made it to the other side of them, and you're still standing. All right, let's see what the card comes out. The Fool in reverse. Okay. There's two things that would come out with that, especially being in reverse. It's a challenge because you don't want to look like a fool. And the other is not wanting to take chances with things and being more cautious in the choices that you make moving forward. Because sometimes those lessons have to repeat themselves for us to really get it, to the point where we're almost afraid. For a lot of people right now, it's going to be around love, because we're in such a decisive energy around what those relationships are going to look like. Some people are not involved in this. You may see people outside of you that have perfectly normal relationships, are still doing the typical, but most are not. And you're not going to see traditional relationship. It doesn't mean we're not going to have people coming together and having, whether it be marriage or companionship or whatever it's going to be, it's just going to be different in the future. Feminine energy is working through its traumas, separating itself from the masculine energies, and the masculines are starting to step up and go through their healing process. So there's a lot of division between masculine and feminine energies, or even if you're in same sex relationships, it doesn't matter. Usually one or the other is going through something and someone has to heal, right? All right, let's keep going. What's the advice? Since this seems to be a very specific and direct message, what's the advice? Four of Pentacles, don't hold on to things that aren't going to be valuable to you long-term. And then the Sun, you're going to be much happier. You may not see it now. Obviously, we don't see how we could be happy on the other side of letting go of something that we love, or a person that we love, or a situation or circumstances that we feel so connected to. But everything, okay, so the world's coming out right after that. They're like, if things are going to change in this new cycle that you're coming into, is going to start, obviously, yes, there is some cleaning up involved, which means getting rid of things from the past. And then the Page of Wands. She's so happy in this card, and it may not feel like it when you hear this, but she just throwing caution to the wind. They're like, just trust. You may be starting over in a way, but it's a fresh start. It's a sense of freedom and a new passion for life. And then we have the Eight of Wands is in reverse. So things may feel a little bit slow, but they want you to allow this. Like, you don't want to try to push yourself through situations. We got to feel what we have to feel in order to release it. So even though it may seem like it's not going very quickly, it's still happening. Okay, what are we doing next? Let's get a little bit more advice. What advice for Scorpio? We have be patient. Okay, easier said than done. And then see yourself in nature. Get more connected to. Hug a tree. Be without malice. That's a good one. We all have light and dark sides, but if you're aware of your Scorpio nature, you know that there is a distinct side that you can go to. We all have it, but it's pronounced in most Scorpio energies. So try not to do this with that energy. It's going to be better for you. And then we have show that you care. So you can do that. Show that you care is, let me put this into words. You can show that you care about people. And I think what they're saying is, don't get angry. Show that you care without being upset about the person and their actions and the things that they've done. Do the best. If you're going to be doing this from that spiritual place that we talked about with the astrology card, you can be very aware of how you handle something. And if the first inclination is to, go for the jugular, you might want to take a step back for a second, because at one point you probably have obviously loved or cared about someone. They may have hurt you, but when you are really aware of your spirituality, you're going to understand, you're going to separate yourself from the human and understand the purpose of the relationship. Doesn't mean you don't have a right to get angry. It's just how you deal with it, because you did love that person at some point. I'm going to get one more. Stay strong. Okay. Good advice. Let's get a couple of cards from the Lover's Oracle. All right, romance, Cupid's arrow strikes. Like I said, one thing may be coming to an end, but there may be love around the corner, and some of you are like, I don't want to deal with it. And others of you that you could be open. I would say just let it flow this month and see where it takes you. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. Depends on whether you need to give it space or you need to let it go. This could be the time when you have to make a decision, and some of you may not be 100% sure. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. I always say this, when this card comes out, when there's a soul connection, of course, it doesn't feel like that because the human in you wants to, flick the person off and say, you did me wrong, or these are the things that I experienced with you. But deep inside, that soul connection that you have, the agreement that you made before, your souls are connected in a different way. It doesn't feel like it now, and maybe you don't even want to hear that, but it's the truth, because that love never dies between souls, especially when they have, romantic connections and they come into this life to experience something again and learn some deep, dark lesson. All right, let's get a couple of cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle. Okay, so Treasure Island, great. If there is, like I said before about your finances, if there has been something that's been a little challenging around money, it seems like things are going to start improving, or they're going to look different. I don't think your focus is going to be on it primarily this month, but just when you start to pull your focus away from it is when something great can come about. So just trust that there's definite changes around this area of your life. And I don't say that lightly. I'm not just going to throw that around to get views. This could be a month where finally something comes along. It's coming though. It's still in the process with the 9. So you could be born on the 9th, and then we have chaos and conflict. But there's been a lot of that connected to your financial life, chaos and conflict. So you could be 33, born on the 3rd, the 6th, or the 3rd, because you don't have 33 days in a month. So you may feel like there's been a lot of chaos and conflict around your finances, but things are starting to shift, which is a good sign. And then all that glitters, great. Another good luck card to me, when it fits, or I read it this way, something is definitely going to be, it's going to be shiny. I think it's going to make you happy. You could be born on the 16th, the 1st, the 6th, or the 7th of the month. And then we have Unfinished Symphony. Something wrapping up. Remember, they're 9 to a 10. And they're the bookends of these cards. So it may feel a little rocky or chaotic, but then something wraps itself up and all of a sudden there's something good that comes out of it. So just be prepared for something great something may have to end for something to start. Like I've been saying through the whole reading, it's like one energy has to leave in order for something new to start, and it will. And I think it's going to be exciting. You're going to be happy about it. Let's get one last card for you from the Australian Animal Oracle. I've been pulling these recently. I really love these cards. Okay, this one wants to come out. I've seen it twice. It's the Bilby, Inner Darkness, which, if we're fair with ourselves, we know we all have. 27 could be significant. You could be 27, born on the 2nd, 7th, or 9th. The 9th has happened, or come up twice. Let's see what the message is from this card. All right, one more. There we go. Okay, so the Bilby, the message is, the Bilby portrays the inner darkness we experience after the loss of hope. Bilby's hope for its future survival lies in the hands of others who appreciate their very existence. So it encourages us to seek the support we need with our own struggle to survive. Bilby reminds us to be open to others who value and assist in the rebirth of our uniqueness. This card asks you to have the courage to accept support from others when required, and have the strength to face your fears to live the life you truly desire. Okay. Survival, accept support, face our fears. All right, my loves, those were your messages. Thank you so, so much for being here. I appreciate you. Please hit that like button on the way out. If there's anything else that you need to know and you'd like a personal reading, like I said before, that info is in the description box below, or the about section of my channel. You guys take good care of yourselves. I hope it ends up being a great month. Sending you a ton of love, and I'll see you in the next one.